What's up, Trendsetter kings and queens? Stick around, let's chill, and spill some trending tea. Quick disclaimer, Trendsetter family, the audio is a little off because of the connection. It's just how it came in. It's not on my end. All right, babes.
We had the doctor testify. The idea that these are not bullet fragments in her foot, that's done. Forget about it. Those are bullet fragments. Every single person on that jury, if you ask me, believes that it was bullet fragments. How did they get there? That's the question. Kelsey took the stand. He was asked by the prosecutors, I don't know what the prosecutors were doing. If you ask me, it was a fumble this morning because they dealt with a witness who was hostile, not answering their questions, saying that she lied to them about all these statements where she incriminated Tory. And then that fumble was picked up on cross-examination. The defense attorney looks like he's on his way to the house. The defense attorney starts with the immunity piece. Okay, you've got immunity. You're only testifying once you got the immunity. Understood. Then the defense attorney goes into this idea that she's been paid off, and he does a great job of establishing the fact that she never made any statements to prosecutors in all of 2020, all of 2021. This happened in 2020. She only made a statement to prosecutors in September 2022, and the prosecutors are using all this evidence of alleged bribes. That stuff was years ago, so why would she have taken money years ago and then September 2022 not done what she's supposed to do when you take the money, which is lie for Tory? And to be sure, that's like the first 3 minutes of cross, because then we go into gunshot residue. You knew before you sat down with the police officers and gave your testimony that you had gunshot residue on you. Isn't that correct? She said, yes. Defense attorney came back and he used the prosecution's own questions against them. The prosecution had asked, hey, why'd you lie to us? Kelsey said, pressure. Defense attorney, where was the pressure from? Was it from Tory? Nope. Was it from anyone on Tory's team? Nope. Was it from the defense team? Nope. Was it from the prosecution? Yes. That type of sequence of questioning sits in a person's mind and goes, gee, I'm in a courtroom of law. It certainly seems like one side is winning. A lot more happened this morning. I'm talking about just a lot. The prosecution was straight up planting the seeds because I think there's a juror there that they don't like and they're trying to get rid of him. There was an issue about the prosecution springing defense evidence. They're just like oh, hey, we got this text message. I just found it in my back pocket. I'm going to use it. And the defense attorney was going nuts. The gloves are off at this point. There's a lot of cordiality. There's a lot of decorum. People follow the rules. Nobody acts out. But the attorneys on both sides now, when it comes to like, hey, can we get by with this? Like, no. I'm not okay with that. And, they're saying stuff kind of out of order, out of turn. People are starting to feel that trial pressure. That's how it goes. Nothing is decided. Everything is an open game. You got to be on your P's and Q's when you're taking it to trial. Subscriber only post. I'm going to do two. Here's the first one. So the first one, let me catch you up on what happened in court prior to Kelsey taking the stand, prior to the doctor taking the stand. So the defense brought up a couple of issues where he feels like he's being treated unfairly by the prosecutors. First, as a just housekeeping, let me also tell you this. The defense called back one of the police officers. He said, hey, this police officer is one of the prosecution's witnesses. I want on the record that he needs to be back here on Monday. I don't know why he wants to talk back, but it's interesting because it tells you that the defense is definitely going to put on a case. A lot of times, sometimes the prosecution puts on their case, the defense rests, it goes to the jury. In this case, the defense is definitely going to put on a case. They'll probably have tons of witnesses. We're hearing Kylie Jenner, Corey Gamble. Tory might even go ahead and take the stand and testify. Then the defense was getting into this issue that they keep turning over discovery late. All the discovery and the witnesses, anything that you plan on introducing in trial, has to be done 30 days in advance. That was not done here. And so the defense's point is this is unfair. You can't spring this stuff on me at this point. That's my Indian food. You also get to see that as part of the subscription option. And the judge may said, look, I'm going to allow them to use this stuff. It's like an Instagram post. This detective who downloaded it from Instagram. He's got to testify and introduce the post. The judge is like, look, it was late, but I'm going to allow them to use it. I'll give you extra time if you need extra time to prepare. But a trial is a search for the truth, and I'm not going to deny them. Obviously, the judge is very pissed at Kelsey, just kind of being all over the place, lying, complicating the hell out of the trial. So he's going to let people ask her as many questions for as long as he wants. Kelsey is done testifying. We're on a 15-minute break. This has to be quick. The key moment of her testimony, I think, has to come down to when the defense attorney elicited testimony from her suggesting that there was a physical altercation between her and Meg. Kelsey seemed very hesitant answering these questions, like she didn't want to say. However, she then said, hey, we both got out of the car. You will remember Meg testified that Meg got out of the car. She does not know where Kelsey was. Kelsey was on the passenger side, and that she turned around and she saw Tory shooting at her. Kelsey testified that this part she remembers. She and Meg both got out of the car. and that there was a physical altercation. Kelsey described it as a bump. The defense attorney was like, really? You guys are super drunk? You just got into a yelling match with her over the fact that she was hooking up with Tory without you knowing. You also mentioned to her that this wasn't the first time she betrayed you like that. She had done it with one other guy. Interestingly, the defense had said it was Ben Simmons and DaBaby. Kelsey said, I only named one name. She didn't confirm if it was Ben Simmons or DaBaby. And the defense attorney's like, so after all that, you guys both get out of the car, and all that happened between the two of you was a bump? I'll tell you, I don't think anybody in the room believes that the only thing that happened between Meg and Kelsey that night as far as a physical altercation is a bump, especially not when the rest of the testimony confirmed that other than discussing how she's going to be moving out of the Airbnb that she was staying at with Meg and she's going to be going somewhere else, other than a brief communication about her living arrangement, the two of them have not spoken. They have not called each other on the phone. They have not met in person. They do not. Kelsey Harris testified for 2 full days. I watched her struggle and hesitate and take abnormally long pauses when she did not want to answer questions. I watched her respond, oh, it was confusing, it was blurry, I don't know, I don't remember, when she didn't want to answer questions. I also saw her answer some questions in the morning session very confidently, very believably. But there was one question that she answered that when she gave the answer, I felt like I was seeing the real, authentic Kelsey Harris, a person I was having a conversation with at a coffee shop like a friend, not somebody testifying on the trial. The question was this. They asked her, did you hear someone yell, dance bitch? She said, now where did that come from? Those words that loom so large over this trial, the fact that the prosecution claims, Meg claims, that that Tory yelled, dance bitch, and pointed a gun at her. Kelsey Harris said, now where did that come from? She didn't just say, no, I didn't hear it. She said, where did that come from? And she said it in a very authentic manner, like she, for the life of her, cannot figure out where in the hell that Kelsey got back on the stand. The defense attorney began his cross-examination. There was something called redirect examination by the prosecutor. Let me tell you exactly what happened. The defense attorney began by trying to introduce some sort of Rock Nation angle. I'm not sure where he was going with it. He asked Kelsey, isn't it true that weeks before this incident, Rock Nation was trying to sign Tory and the two of them had a falling out? Kelsey said she didn't know what they are talking about. We will see if the defense has other evidence and how this angle plays into their theory. Turning to the rest of her testimony in the afternoon, Kelsey did confirm that Meg was, she used the word irritated. She was in her feelings over the fact that Tory was flirting with Kylie Jenner. Kelsey also confirmed that EJ was there. They could have left with EJ. They did not have to leave with Tory's drivers. She confirmed that they did leave once. Meg said, I don't remember leaving once and coming back. Kelsey said, yeah, that happened. We left once. Meg was mad in the car that we had left Tory with Kylie, and then we went back because Meg said, oh, I need my slipper. We don't know if there was really a missing slipper. You can put that together yourself. She also confirmed that Meg did get out and sit at a bus stop in her bikini, and she's just sitting there, and it was Tory who went out there and coaxed her to come back in. Meg denied that. She said, I don't recall that happening. Well, how do you not remember that? And yet you remember exactly who shot you. Okay, there was more. There was the confirmation that, yeah, we did get into an argument over men. That, yeah, Tory did say that he was hooking up with Meg, and that was the first time I heard that. And that. All right, this is sub post number 2. I'm going to do one more tonight, so it'll be 3 total. You're like paying $1 a sub post today. This is actually a sub story. I can't figure out how to do sub post without going on the main page. Stay locked into these stories. They're going to be good. So let's talk about the GSR expert. She basically said that, look, I know the following. Kelsey had GSR on her. Tory had GS on her. Quan did not have GS on her. This supports the theory from the defense that Kelsey, Meg, Tory are all outside. There's a scuffle. There's a shot fired when Meg walks back towards the front of the car, leading to GSR on Tory and Kelsey, but not Quan. Meg's story that Quan was in the car and Kelsey was also in the car and Tory's hanging outside the car shooting, that doesn't make any sense, because then Kelsey and Quan would both have GSR. Quan did not have GSR. Interesting, the defense asked, hey, can you quantify? Can you tell us who had more GSR? The expert said, nah, they both just had GSR. That's all I can tell you. Oh, make sure y'all go and subscribe. We just posted 2, maybe 3. I don't know. We posted some subscription-only stories recounting some of the witness testimony from today. Even if you don't want to pay to see the stories, just pay to give your boy some coins. It's $2.99. Why not?
Trendsetter fam, what do you think about Kelsey's testimony so far? This is just day 3, and there are so many twists and turns. I swear this is like a movie. Let me know how you feel, what you think. Share your thoughts below, babes. All right, trendsetters, I've enjoyed spilling the tea with you. Remember to support one another and show love. Y'all support your girl. It's free. It's Trendsettertea, babes. This is a new channel, so hit that like button and subscribe and come back for some more trending hot tea. Trendsetters, I love you, fam. Bye.